video lecture number 4, An Astrologer's Day by R.K. Narayan. Hello dear friends and dear students. In my last video lecture, I discussed various important points and various important features of the lesson An Astrologer's Day. We have also started the discussion of the margin activities in my last video lecture. Today too we will continue with the same textual activities like margin activities as well as the brainstorming section. So friends, first of all I will revise the certain activities that we discussed in my last lecture. Then afterwards we'll go for the new activities. At the time of my last video lecture, we discussed the margin activities on page number 3 that you can see in front of you on the screen, and you can also go to the textbook. So if you have the textbook, for better understanding you can open the page number 3 from your textbook of English and look into the blue margin. Here on the screen also you can read those margin activities that I am going to start now. So the first margin activity that we discussed at the time of last lecture was, if the astrologer had stayed in the village, then he would have carried on. After this, some blank lines are given. You will have to complete this sentence, find out the correct answer from the information given in the text beside it. Or you can also use your ability and skill of analysis and understanding, inference and speculation to find out the answers of such activities. So its correct answer is, if the astrologer had stayed in the village, then he would have carried on the work of his forefathers, namely tilling the land, living, marrying and ripening in his cornfield and ancestral home. Now let's go for the second margin activity that you find on the same page. The astrologer could understand the problem in 5 minutes. How? Now you can also find the answer of this activity in the information given in the text, or by collecting the information from the text itself using your own skill of analysis and inference or speculation. Now I give the answer. Once again I repeat the question. You can see into your textbook on page number 3 or on the screen too. The astrologer could understand the problem in 5 minutes. How? Its answer is, the astrologer had a working analysis of mankind's troubles like marriage, money and the tangle of human ties. His long practice has sharpened the way he perceived things, and thus he could understand the problem in 5 minutes. Now third margin activity that is given on the same page. Guess the meaning pies. Now its answer is pies is the plural form of the word pie, which means or which is a former bronze coin of India, the 12th part of an anna. Now see on page number 4, turn on the page and see on page number 4 the next page, and now we'll go for some of the activities on page number 4. Now see this activity. How could the astrologer tell the person about his life? Its answer is the astrologer would listen to his clients talk for about 10 minutes. He would thus get all the information about his life from him and then cleverly pose questions which made it appear that he actually knew about the person's life. Then another activity on the same page. Come to this. Guess the meaning. Guess the meaning. Here the first word is tilting. Tilting means to move into a sloping position. To move into a sloping position. Now see, the next word is bluffing. The next word is bluffing. The next word that is we are going to discuss now is bluffing. Bluffing means deceiving or lying. Now come on the next page, that is page number 5. Here also on page number 5 we are going to discuss now the activities. Now see here on page number 5. Now again the first activity on page number 5 is guess the meaning of glimpse. Glimpse means to see something or someone for a very short time. Now turn on the page and see on page number 6. See on page number 6. On page number 6, the first activity is the man was left for dead because its answer is the man had been pushed into a well in a field by the astrologer after stabbing him in the chest. Nobody normally looked into the well, and he would have died if there had not been a passerby who peeped into the well by chance. Now the next activity that we are going to discuss guess the meaning. Guess the meaning. Now here we are going to guess the meanings of the word. Guess the meaning. The first word is passerby. Passerby means a person who happens to be going past something or someone, especially on foot. Now the second word is peep. Its meaning is to peer into something cautiously. Another word is overwhelmed, means overcome by something. Another word is groaned, means made a low sound of distress. Now see on the next page, that is page number 7. Page number 7 that we are going to discuss now. Page number 7. Now see the activity. What was the load on the astrologer's mind? Now this is the very important activity that we can say it is the core part of this lesson or this story. What was the load on the astrologer's mind? Now I explain you the answer. The answer is, when the astrologer was a silly youngster, he quarreled with Guru Nanak and tried to kill him in anger. He felt intensely guilty for this and had run away from his village. This feelings of guilt was the load on his mind. Now here we have discussed all the margin activities of the lesson. Now we are going to the brainstorming section of the lesson. See on page number 7, the same page, the brainstorming section. Now the first activity, that is A1 activity. Given below are some descriptions. Discuss them with your partner and find out one word for each of them. An example is given for you. The first one, A, the scientific study of the universe and the objects in it, including stars, planets, nebulae and galaxies. It means astronomy. Now the second one, B, the study of the movements of the planets, sun, moon and stars in the belief that these movements can have an influence on people's lives. Its answer is astrology. Now number C, a prediction of what will happen in the future. Its answer is prophecy. Now activity number D, scientific discipline that studies mental states and processes and behavior in humans and other animals. Its answer is psychology. Now let's go for the second activity. The second activity is, but before that I would like to say you that Here we should stop. From the next video lectures onwards, we'll discuss the remaining activities in the brainstorming. So friend, we rest here. From the next video lectures, we will discuss the remaining activities of the lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day.